Blue Link arguably has the most at stake here if he can sort of start to build a big lead if he can get deep in the bracket here tonight. Speaking of Blue Link, we're going to be hopping over to the loser side. We won't be running his match. We are instead going to be running over to Soul Warrior versus Dynasty. So we're going to go ahead and get some invites out for Soul Warrior versus Dynasty, and we will be right back with our first opening losers round match of the evening, Soul Warrior versus Dynasty, coming up.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Soul Warrior very nicely securing a spot in this top 8. He does have a lot of experience against Arona, who is a fellow sub main on the Xbox side. So I'm wondering how that's going to play into things. There's definitely there'll be a lot of variety in the way subs play. Some subs play differently from others for sure, but if he goes for the Xiao pick, that's definitely a pick that not a lot of people have a lot of experience in, because the character is somewhat low tier. Some would say bottom 1, but I'm definitely I'm interested to see what he's going to do differently.
Well, lately we've seen from Soul Warrior, we've seen a lot of his Scorpion coming out, which I think is an interesting pick for a character because of the way that, you know, first off, we know Soul typically as a dedicated Shao Kahn player, but the move over to Scorpion does give him some coverage on matchups that Soul Warrior's character of choice typically would struggle in, right? Like, the thing about Shao Kahn is a very patience-dependent character. You hit like a truck when you do get a hit, but it's finding those moments to get those hits. And oftentimes, finding those moments relies on your ability to hang out, be patient, and let your opponent kind of control the pace, and then sneak in and kind of do your thing when it's, you know, time to do your thing. And against certain characters, that opportunity to steal their turn away is just so difficult. So when you go to a character like Scorpion, that's a character that dictates the entire pace of the match. You cannot zone him out.
Yes.
You cannot out-footsie him typically. Like, that character dictates the pace of the match. So a character where he gets to grab the steering wheel, he gets to be in the driver's seat the whole time, I think that's going to be very important here. And with the talent that we know Soul Warrior has, this will be interesting to see what he does. Of course, he is currently going up against Dynasty, who is a, what is this character called? Sub-Zero player. So despite whatever kind of shenanigans you may be able to do with Scorpion, Sub-Zero's always going to be able to mix you if that ends up being the route that Dynasty wants to go with it. Also want to give a thanks to Rockstar Gaming and Nate and Boots for the follows as well. Thank you. Glad you guys are having fun with us here over in the Nightmare series, checking out what the Xbox side of things has to offer. But here we go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can confidently say that Soul Warrior is probably the most patient player I've ever fought in any game. Mm-hmm. So definitely, like you're saying, with if he does end up picking the Scorpion, it honestly is perfect for him. Just having all that control and just forcing your player to play at the pace that you want is a big strength. But we're seeing right away he's going for the tried and true Shao Kahn pick.
Yep, gotta be careful. Watch out for those random slides coming here from Dynasty. The other thing, too, is that Arctic Trap, and we were talking about, you know, being able to dictate the pace. That trap is a real big slowdown there for Soul Warrior. He has to wait for his opponent to make a false move, which is exactly what Dynasty's just done. Going to be eating a grip of damage for it. Spent 2 bars for it, but that's the thing about Shao Kahn, right? When are you going to get to touch him again? So it's unlikely he'll need those meters if he does end up even getting in.
Yeah, it's really that... recently, Soul Warrior has been an advocate for the Variation 3 Shao Kahn, and one very notable thing about that variation is the armor break with the upwards spear, where it not only breaks armor, but you get a launch for it regardless. So I think it's just a way to opt to get your damage in if you're Shao Kahn, who doesn't necessarily have, who does a lot of damage, but doesn't really have the best opportunities to get that damage in.
Getting close here. Soul Warrior does have the fatal blow. Look at the hammer. The hammer was inside of him, but still, for whatever reason, didn't count, gets frozen instead, and Dynasty claims round 1. And you know that that was going to be jump in straight into a fatal blow. Soul Warrior had a plan. He was going to freeze that clock, but instead gets frozen by that Arctic Trap here. Soul Warrior.
Yeah, he honestly, he wouldn't have had to spend anything. He could have just done something to the shoulder, and there's only 4 seconds left, so very unfortunate stuff. But Soul Warrior not letting it get to him. A very nice anti-air coming from back 3. A very, I would say, very satisfying hit. Wow.
40% for that. That is massive damage here for the Emperor. Plus frames now in the corner. Dynasty tries to take his turn. Gets clipped here, but the uppercut is going to catch him, get him back here. Big damage now for Soul Warrior, though. Look at this life lead. Yo, you can duck underneath that? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Slide does that pretty well. Oh, he's just raw ducking underneath it. I thought that was a mid. Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, anywhere from slide range, it's going to go under the projectiles of Shao Kahn. He has the arcing projectile, which is going to work only from full screen, and the other one is a high. But a nice conversion coming out of Dynasty's 37%.
That is great damage there for Dynasty. Catches him with the anti-air, though. So Warrior, that patience of the overheads, though, and he's going to go straight into the combo off of that as well. Technically, slide is a launcher in the corner. You don't see it in big combos because everybody wants to play Dead of Winter, and Dead of Winter doesn't have a slide, but I really love watching players that are so dedicated to the cause that they hit even the hard opties here in tournament as well. I mean, this is top 8, currently losers side top 8, and Dynasty's going for the real difficult shit. Uh-oh, Soul Warrior. He's got the fatal blow as well. He broke his armor, and he's going to go into fatal blow. The scaling is still going to get a hit because of the... it's post-armor break, but it's also post-launcher. So not going to be enough to kill here, but wow, Soul Warrior, big damage. And the spear can't duck it at that range. Soul Warrior claims game 1.
Wow. Oh, that was so unfortunate for Dynasty. He thought he was close enough where the arc would make projectile go over his head, but it was still a mid in that range. And Soul Warrior taking game 1 with the clutch spear decision. I don't even know what to say. Hey, that was unfortunate things happen for both sides, but it is going to be Soul Warrior taking the first game. If you're Dynasty, you definitely want to shake that one off, but
yep,
still definitely
don't let it linger in your mind. You know, that was tough. Soul Warrior made a couple of key decisions there. First off, made the armor break call out, got it right, then went straight into fatal blow, spending the big damage there for the fatal blow, which wasn't enough to kill, but put him at this perfect spacing where either Dynasty was trying to flawless block it and mistimed it, or thought that he was far enough away to duck underneath that spear, and nope, he got harpooned. And that gave Soul Warrior the victory there in game 1. We're going to now move into game 2 and see who will claim it here. Will the momentum stay on the side of Shao Kahn, or is Dynasty going to be able to grab a game of his own?
Yeah, that whole game was so back and forth, and we thought Dynasty was going to be able to take that game, but it was Soul coming out clutch. But nevertheless, this is Sub-Zero. Forward 2, back 3 mix is always going to be a factor. And of course, with the Avalanche, you're going to have the safety option from the forward 2, so it's not very much of a risk on the part of Dynasty.
Yeah, that overhead into the creeping ice, you know, it ends up being safe even if you block it. You can flawless block it. Speaking of flawless blocks, Dynasty going to flawless block the return offense here from Soul Warrior. Block. Oh man, he is catching him with everything here, and Dynasty's getting these optimals as well. Those are big risks he's taking too. The overhead into the low slide there, that is punishable should it be blocked, but Dynasty's just got confidence, and he's making it pay off too, because I mean he's converting that into really solid damage.
Ooh, I think Soul might have been trying to get the throw reversal crushing blow. A very hard crushing blow to get indeed. But he almost got the requirement. I think it was a reversal throw, but it wasn't a punish with a counter.
Yeah, it's got to be a reversal throw punish, so it's got to be... There's only a handful of things that actually end up being close enough and counting as that. I think even like a raw slide on block is... He'll duck underneath it on reversal, so you know, it actually won't work for that. I don't actually know. I haven't tried. But, you know, there's those kind of things you have to consider when you're looking for it. And as a Shao player, I'm sure Soul Warrior is well-versed Right now, Soul Warrior finds his back in the corner. The Ice Cube will catch him. Going to keep on getting opened up by these overheads here. And Dynasty on Fatal Blow here. So one clean convert into... Okay. Oh, he wasn't playing Dead of Winter. Not going to get the conversion. He caught him, though. This is it. Dynasty will close it out. Yeah. Fatal Blow going to come through. That was so deadly. And honestly, that was deadly for a while. This is going to do massive chunks of overkill damage. Soul Warrior was not in any sort of safety at all for a lot of that final exchange.
Yeah, Sub-Zero in Fatal Blow territory, there's not a lot you can do. You just gotta really try to guess right, and that's literally it. Very nice stuff coming from Dynasty, trying to kind of send a message. He's not really shooken up by that first game.
No.
And he's ready to make the adjustments.
Yeah, the back and forth definitely already starting early here. Soul Warrior, we saw him kind of get pinned down in that corner. That proved problematic. He got caught by that Ice Cube, and I think Soul Warrior, he's going to have some adjustments he'll be making going into Game 3, and we'll see who's going to come out on top here. This very well could go either way. As dominant as Dynasty may have looked there, you know, it was also a couple of stray hits away, right? And Dynasty, he was on the brink of death at the end there. He got in the control toward the end there, but I mean, he was a fireball away from death, and that was, you know, Soul Warrior putting in those big damage outputs when he could do so. So we'll see if Soul Warrior can close it out, or if Dynasty is going to narrowly escape yet again as we move now into Game 3. So back and forth here at the start. Blocks the ice ball. Now we are talking about Avalanche, so no access to a mid-projectile absorbing ice ball of his own. Tries to get away from the Arctic Cube, able to get away from it by leaping, but still gets chased down by Dynasty for the throw.
Yeah, for sure. You're mentioning with the ice ball, he's really gonna, Dynasty's definitely gonna want to opt to use the slide to counter the projectiles of Xiao, because that straight projectile will actually get more advantage, but he does manage to get the slide.
Yeah, Steve, he's still going to win those trades then because he can get a slide in. I mean, I guess it costs him meter in order to get, like, the extra damage, but he's building for a crushing blow. Like, there's a whole fucking list of shit that's good about being able to throw an amplified slide in there. And I think a raw slide after there would still do more damage than the raw spear. It's only like 6% or something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely trades against Sub-Zero's ice ball is hardly ever going to be in your favor. And right now we're seeing a bit of corner pressure. Nice low profile of the down one, but Dynasty doesn't even care. He opts to end it with the forward 4 to load up the forward 4 crushing blow. So we will have to see if he actually opts to use it. He tries, but let's talk.
So Soul Warrior took a bold risk there, going for the random spear. Ooh, there it is. Goes for the overhead into the slide. Going to amplify to send him back into the corner. There's the conversion as well. Dynasty yet again picking that up every single time so far. Haven't seen a single drop yet. Big uppercut, though, from Soul Warrior. Dynasty, he's been getting called out almost every single time he takes to the skies right there. While I'm saying that, he did jump over a sweep, but Soul Warrior has been doing a good job of discouraging too much of an air approach here for Dynasty. Takes the plus frames, though. Don't worry about those. Good blocks on the slide. This is going to be damage here. Will Dynasty break out? Yes, he will, and Soul Warrior knew all about it.
And again, we're seeing the reason why he's playing Inspiration. Oh, very good breakaway, but it's not even going to matter. Forward 2, Fatal Blow.
Sub-Zero classic.
Yeah, we're all hoping for maybe some changes in the next coming patch, but
that's not fucking changing. It better not, to be honest. Like, what are they gonna do? Make that not a good idea? That sounds awful. That has to stay. At worst case scenario, they'll allow that Fatal Blow to understand what the word scaling means. Like, they'll open a dictionary up and be like, look, this is what we're talking about. But I have a feeling that it's going to stay how it is. There's no way you make that a mid or some bullshit. That definitely won't happen. I will join the Lin Kuei and complain about it just for that. Like, that seems obnoxious.
Yeah.
We are definitely getting some changes, though. Like, right off the bat, we are getting throws do 1% less damage. I think that's huge. I think that's huge across the board. That 1% is going to add up. It's also, you lose that 1% on crushing blows, and the willingness to change that's going to kind of permeate. We don't know what else has been changed. Sindel's screen crushing blow, fucking please.
Please, just
see, though.
Requirement. It's so silly.
I don't care about the requirement. Does she need to get double screams How about it just does a big dumb 25%? And she gets hella plus frames.
Scaling, right.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a fucking crazy combo starter or whatever. Dude, I'm playing Noob Saibot. I got a crushing blow and a half. Dude, it is fucking awful.
Yeah, definitely. Some nice changes coming in. I think the only thing really confirmed for next patch is going to be the wake-up changes. We know that there's wake-up changes that are being hinted at.
Yeah, wake-up changes and then throw damage. Although we've only seen Rain's throw, and he might just be like Shang Tsung, who has his own weird throw. But maybe they'll do that. Maybe some characters will keep their 14%ers. Some characters will move down to a 12 or whatever. Like, I don't know. Here's the blocks from Soul Warrior. Nicely done. Dynasty's gimmicks starting to catch up to him. Soul Warrior's defense turned up here now that he's switched over to Scorpion. And this has been the character Soul Warrior's been relying on when the going has gotten a little bit too tough for the Emperor.
Nice. And yes, I definitely have noticed that Soul Warrior is liking the Scorpion pick. To say just straightly, it's just a lot easier to win with as opposed to the Shao Kahn pick. But unfortunately, he does get caught trying to go for the buff. I don't think that's going to be a very viable option in this matchup with the slide and the ice ball coming out of Dynasty.
Yeah, I think he's going to get caught going for the random buffs in the neutral. He might have a couple knockdown setups that will allow him to get away with it, but for the most part, that kunai is going to stay unheated here. Pulls him up with that overhead. It's so fast. So again, full string. That 6-frame poke, not quite quick enough.
Yeah. Yeah, even from both sides, we're definitely going to see more overheads now that Scorpion does have the back 3 option. Not going to be necessarily as much damage as the Sub-Zero pick, but nevertheless, it's going to be an option.
All right.
Oh, and unfortunately,
Swells out. He's just trying to bait something. Dynasty's patience, though. He was trying to bait something. That's what it looked like. Is he was trying. All right, what are you going to swing with? How are you going to approach behind your thing? And Dynasty was just like, no, I'm going to wait. You're jumping so that you can, teleport on reaction to me moving. So I'm not moving. And Soul Warrior got a little bit too hasty there. The patience cracking.
Yeah, sometimes you try to jump out of Sub-Zero's mix-ups because you don't want to try to guess. Yeah, unfortunately, he pokes in between the ice ball. If that was blocked, that would have been a much bigger punish.
Okay, here we go.
Very good jump.
Yep, yes. Dynasty's going to be able to get some damage here. He'll go for the grounded crushing blow as well, spending these resources late game. I mean, you got to do him. You got to get rid of him. You can't take him with you, so I definitely agree with the decision.
This is going to be so... Yeah. Okay, so that was actually fortunate for Soul Warrior. He kind of gets out of the corner, which was a position that...
missed the anchor on the teleport, really it looked like.
Yeah. Oh, and again, we're seeing a punish.
No crushing blow? Did he already spend? Did he spend the spear? This is going to be big. He's got fatal blow available. He's just going to go straight into it wrong. I like it. I love the idea from Soul Warrior, not wanting to put any scaling on the board, and because of that, this is going to kill. Nicely done by Soul Warrior. Raw spear, crushing blow into the fatal blow is going to be enough, just shy of 40%. But that's all Dynasty had left in the tank. So Soul Warrior bringing us to a game 5 off this Scorpion pick. Very well done. I'm liking Soul Warrior behind the wheel of a character that's got a lot more heat to him. Like, Soul Warrior is a talented player. I love watching him play, but... A lot
more heat.
Man, I mean, his Scorpion is really, really solid here. And, he's able to bank on that patience and get away with a whole lot more as well.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely he's looking more comfortable just having the full screen options to compete with Sub-Zero, making Sub-Zero think about doing the ice balls, think about doing the slides. When it comes to Scorpion, it's just all about control, and that's just something that Soul really thrives off of just being patient and forcing you to kind of run out the clock and to play at his pace. So we're going to have to see with Dynasty. Using the character that's very momentum heavy, can Soul just kind of wait out the matches and not get that momentum started?
Yep, right now momentum is in the favor of Soul Warrior. Nice jump back into the kick. He'll burn the breakaway here from Dynasty. That is step 1. Now that means his next set of hits, he will be able to start to get that damage. Doesn't have any offensive meter to convert that damage with, though, so he's going to have to wait a moment. Here comes back that first bar for Soul Warrior. Dynasty still no breakaway in sight.
Oh, yeah, we're seeing a bit of change of pace with Soul having Dynasty in the corner, but just as I say that, Dynasty goes to the side switch, and now we're seeing a bit of remnants of the other games of the set. He also go to the other side. Yeah, he also go keep in the corner and also a little bit of Crushing Blow. A bit more. It's going to be very tough.
Oh, nicely done. Dynasty sniffing out that get up attack. You know, Scorpion has one of the best get up attacks in the game as well. It's like -4 on block or something like that. Completely safe.
Yeah.
It's a massive mid, so it is
very fast.
Yep, it's fast. Like it's one of the best in the game. Scorpion, it finally has a couple of shiny, like, look at this, I'm at near the top of the list kind of tools in this game, and his get up attack is definitely one of them. So Dynasty, patiently knowing that that was coming, puts himself on set point here, but Soul Warrior, we saw him behind before, able to turn it around. We'll see if the same thing will happen here in Game 5. This is our final game.
There's a lot of patience. Unfortunately, he does get outspaced by Dynasty, but he does not opt to convert to a combo. Very fortunate for Soul Warrior.
Alright, patience here. Overhead comes out. There's the Amplify, keeps it safe. Also want to give a thanks to Killing 'Em All 92 for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad you're having fun with us here in the Nightmare series. Ooh, here we go. Big crushing blow.
I don't know if that was intentional, but he does opt to break away. And like we saw, again, the wake-up option, so good coming out of Scorpion, and this could potentially be one hit, a fatal blow. He does not have bar to amplify the teleport, so...
Now he does have a bar for amplify teleport here, so...
Yeah.
These stray ice balls could end up costing Dynasty. He's also got to be careful if he goes for a random slide. If it gets blocked... Oh, that's not a random slide. That is a punish here. Dynasty getting closer and closer. Soul Warrior's going to need to be careful. Can't throw those out, and yep, that's the clock too.
It's so tough.
6 seconds left, so Dynasty will take it. 3-2 over Soul Warrior. That was losers bracket action as well, so that means that we will be sending Soul Warrior home, but what a hard-fought set between those, taking it all the way the distance here. We brought it to a Game 5, but nonetheless, it will be Dynasty moving on here instead.
Yeah, that was so well fought. I think the switch to Scorpion was definitely starting to kind of mess up what's going on with Dynasty, but he manages to adjust. And while it's very well played by both, it is going to be Dynasty that's going to be moving on.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to have Dynasty move forward, and we'll be moving to our final opening match here of the night. So this is top 8. We got 4 kind of opening sets. We've seen 6 of our top 8 players. We're going to get the next 2 on the stream here. So we're going to get some invites out to Sabazga and Blue Link, and we will be right back with our final losers round 1 match of the evening in just a moment.